Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk more about the idea of writing about twin flames. So, and I've been doing videos and I've been putting as thumbnails my diary page from when I had my high school boyfriend. And I'm going to put in a thumbnail of the day I actually met him. I don't have the paper nearby, but in the thumbnail, I put the date on the top and I wrote how I met him. And this is part of what I hope to do in the ebook that I want to write. The idea that when you connect to someone and you have an emotional connection or connect with someone or make an emotional connection with someone. Again, I get confused because they're talking over everything. But the idea when you make a connection, how it affects you, not just that connection, but throughout your life, because you start to understand what it is about someone that you found interesting. And when you have a true connection, those true connections are things that you realize it's not just the physical. I used to say all the time, it's not just physical, it's emotional, it's mental. So when you're looking for why I would find someone as a true flame, of course, I would find him physically attractive. Even if he might not be attracted to everyone else, I would find him physically attractive. I would need an emotional connection to him. Again, in my previous video, I talked about how there are things going on in the world right now trying to make us numb to everything else. So when someone creates an emotion in me that in a world which people are trying to make me numb, that's a big deal, because that emotion, that feeling of emotional connection with someone is a big deal. But then there's mental. There's the idea that someone could stimulate me mentally, and not in a way where he's trying to be superior to me, but actually listening to me, listening to how I feel about things, what I think is interesting, what I don't like, or how I'm thinking at the time. And again, at 16 years old or 17 years old, your thoughts are at a stage where you have information, but you don't have all the information. And another big thing about that is that when you're forming information at about 16, 17, at least for me, it was based on what I experienced more than when I was a kid. Because as a kid, you base it on other people's experiences because you don't have the same amount of experience. But when you're about 16 or 17, you get more opportunities to experience things, and you start to get more aware of what you like from what you don't like, what interests you from what doesn't interest you. So that goes back to the idea of a twin flame. It's not that he would be exactly like me, because why would I want that? But he would be able to tell me his mental connections, his emotional connections, his physical connections. So it's about meeting someone who you are able to find some sort of feeling of feeling. So your feelings are being stirred. Your feelings are stirred. Your brain is stirred. Your physical interests are stirred. So I think that's part of why writing about a twin flame and twin flames in general is something I'm interested in, because it doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot that you meet people who are able to stir you. And especially now in a society where it's trying to make us numb to so much. To feel someone stirring you is a big deal. So I'm going to end up writing an ebook about that. Thank you for watching.